Okay, okay. Is this working? Is this working? I'm so sorry, but the other stream was not working. Let me send this. So sorry, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I was trying. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why that other stream will not work. Ugh. Okay. Is everyone getting notified? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. And I apologize if my nose is runny. Okay, guys. Oh my gosh. Hello. Look at my crazy hair. Hi, guys. Hi. Brian won't be joining. Can you hear me okay? Can you guys hear me? Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, yes. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, do you guys want to see Rory? Brian's asleep, but here's Rory. Rory, look at all your friends. Look at your friends. Okay, so we had some major issues with our software that we edit vlogs with. It would not, I could not save the vlog that I edited. And so there was nothing that I could do. I couldn't upload it to YouTube. I couldn't save it to my computer. Well, it only saved 2 minutes. So I just wanted to recap with you guys what I kind of shared in the vlog, okay? And then we'll get into your questions and whatever else. I'm kind of nervous. I'm so sorry. I'm kind of nervous. And this eyebrow is darker than this eyebrow. So I'm just going to call it out before someone else calls it out because, you know. So what I was sharing in the vlog is I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. And I hate to say followers, you know I hate that. But so my husband and I, we are seeing a new fertility doctor, maybe. He doesn't like that plan in a way because he doesn't think we need to go to another fertility doctor. So the fertility doctor that we saw for the first 2 years, Dr. Starks here in Kansas City, I love him. Love him. But I heard he was retiring. I mean, he might not be retiring, and I could probably get another appointment with him. But I didn't schedule an appointment with him. The doctor in New York that we did our IVF cycle with, I don't want to go back. I didn't have a great experience, so I don't want to go back. And that's not just because of the outcome. Like that was despite the outcome, okay? Anyway, so we scheduled another appointment with another doctor here, and I scheduled it at the beginning of March. And you guys, he is so sought after, just like Dr. Starks, that the wait list or to get an appointment, I called in March. My appointment is not till the end of September. And I'm like, oh, geez. So I just didn't worry about filling out paperwork until yesterday. Or no, wait, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before. I filled out all of our paperwork to like have a consultation, another one. So this would be our third fertility doctor. So yay. If we don't decide to go with Dr. Starks again, which I love him, highly recommend him. So yeah, I was just feeling really good about it, really emotional. So I was just kind of recording to share with you guys just how good and emotional I feel, but like that I feel like we're still going down the right path. You know what I mean? Or maybe you don't know what I mean, and I don't know why I would say that. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm excited about that, you guys, and I'm nervous. I'm actually kind of nervous to read in the whole fertility treatment chapter again. You know what I mean? Like when it's been closed for so long, we did our IVF cycle a year ago this month. So really fertility treatment has been kind of on hold other than our letrozole cycle we just did. So anyway, I was just sharing that with you guys in the vlog. What else did I share? Oh, and just one thing that I'll share real quick. One thing that helps Brian and I in our marriage is, and I know that, so my struggle with infertility, I've got a lot of questions about this today, is what is your like reason for infertility? And I don't know why I always do this, and I always think of Joey Tribbiani. I'm sorry. If you're a Friends fan, you get it. But one of the things is that Brian and I never put the blame on the other person. You know what I mean? So like Brian hasn't had, I mean, he's had some semen analysis done, but not like DNA fragmentation that we might need to do, not like the DNA karyotype that I've had done. So who knows if there's a bigger issue on his end, but we know for sure I have endometriosis. I might have low AMH and high FSH. At least that's what I've found out from Stark's office. I don't know if it's still that way because anyway, we won't get into all of that, So anyway, I just wanted to put it out there that I know that it's scary. I know that infertility is hard and that maybe I don't know why people put the blame on one another, but maybe confronting it head on, like together, like a partnership, not like it's one person's fault. So anyway, that was just one of the things I shared because I really feel like that helped our marriage. So anyway, that was the vlog in like 10 minutes plus like tears and me sharing some personal stuff that maybe that's why it didn't work out. So anyway, but we will get to your guys' questions. Okay, I'm gonna look through and see if I see any real quick. Oh, my hair is pretty. Oh, thanks, guys. Do you see you don't even see it because it's so dark. I have naturally curly hair, and I think the fertility treatment made my hair go like this. Well, it's getting all curly again, so it's a little bit crazy. But I'm really glad you guys are here. And I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. I'm so nervous right now. I don't know why. The hair products that I use, I love Kevin Murphy. I love Kevin Murphy. He only sells at Kevin Murphy at salons that only sell Kevin Murphy. You won't find it at Ulta or anything. It's not super natural, but it's still one of the cleaner options. I just haven't found great clean options for me for my like crazy thick coarse hair. I can never brush through my hair when it's natural hair products. So I stick with better options. So like good, better, best. It's like better. So anyway, there you go. Brian is totally, well, the thing with Brian, so can you guys get a real talk on Brian? A raw, real talk on Brian, on how he's going through this whole thing. So Brian, he's not as open as I am. So like the real moments, the raw moments that I get to see, I don't think you guys will get to see. Like when we found out we weren't pregnant after our letrozole cycle recently, and he was sitting right here on the couch and just like crying. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so sad. You won't see that because he's going to turn it off. So anyway, I mean, maybe unless I like sneak the camera. So anyway, but maybe you'll get that. Maybe I'll be able to get that out of him. The more you ask. Just joking. I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Seriously, I'll do my best to get to these questions. I'm going to answer the ones that came through on Instagram real quick. A lot of them. Okay, so I'll try to speed through this and not be a weirdo. And I can't read these comments. I asked Brian if he would please like be the monitor of the comments, but he's asleep. So we haven't been sleeping the greatest because we've been watching a TV show and then we've been watching the show instead of sleeping. You know what I mean? You're like, one more. Okay, so the next vacation. Do you guys want to hear my next vacation? Do you want to hear it? Do you want to know? Okay, this is not infertility related, but my next vacation, I'm going to Dallas in July. I'm going to the Rachel Hollis conference. You guys, I'm going. Is anyone going? I'm going. My friend, no joke, I didn't pay for it. My friend called me from junior high, from elementary. I've known her since I was like in first grade. She called me and she told me she bought me a ticket. And she's paying for the ticket. She's paying for the not the flight. I'm paying for the flight. But anyway, so I'm going to Dallas in July. But other than that, we don't really have any plans because for vacations because and we might be doing IVF again. So who knows? What do I do for work? So I do eyelash extensions. You won't see them on me because I can't do them on myself. I do that part-time. The other part-time I do is like the YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that. So if you see, anyway, so sometimes I do lashes full-time. Sometimes I do the YouTube stuff full-time. So it just, sometimes I get sick because I don't sleep. Have I had an HSG? I get asked this so much, you guys. So I feel so spoiled. Yes, I've had 2, but I was under anesthesia, so I couldn't tell you how bad it was. I'm so sorry. I could not tell you. I don't know. When I had both of my laparoscopies for my endometriosis, I did that in 2015 and then in July, I think 2015 in July, and I did my HSGs, both of them then. So anyway, I heard it sucks. Oh, Kristen, did it suck? I'm so sorry. Sharon, do not sell LipSense anymore. I stopped 1 year ago, actually, 1 year ago this month. So yeah. How do we keep our marriage strong during trials? I gotta tell you, you guys, like our marriage, I'm grateful. In the very beginning of our marriage, it was hard. It was hard. But I feel like anybody's marriage, when they're first getting used to one another, like, it's a whole other person, like, it's the other person's going to be making choices with you, and you're, like, molding into one person, you know what I mean? And it can be hard. So, it was difficult for us, but, I really feel like the whole infertility stuff, Brian and I are best friends, like, we really are, and we talk about everything. Sometimes I'm like, "How does this couple not talk about anything?" We talk about everything, maybe too much. So, I feel like because we've maintained our best friendship, you know what I mean, and relied on each other as, like, as a best friend, as going through this, and allow the other person to share what they need to share when they need to share. I never push Brian to share anything when he's not ready, and I never push Brian to feel something, or if I'm feeling a certain way, I'm not like, why don't you feel this way? Okay, sometimes I wanna feel like that internally, like, "You're not crying with me!" But I feel like not putting the blame on the other person, not making someone feel a certain way or share something when they're not ready, you know what I mean? Anyway, has really helped, and obviously our faith, like, we would not be where we are in our journey or in our marriage without our faith. So, yeah, that helps us a lot. And watching The Office. Watching The Office, okay, watching The Office. Um, how difficult was the IVF cycle? For me, my IVF cycle was not, I don't know. I did 9 days of stim shots. My 11th day, I think, is when I did my egg retrieval. My I didn't have any OHHS. Is that what it's called? Overstimulation, hyperstimulation. I didn't have any of that. So I went hiking the very next day after my egg retrieval. Um, the shots were not bad other than, like, the migraines. I had that all on my IVF vlogs, and but I guess everybody has a different reaction to the meds. So, just because my experience was not that bad, other than I did it all by myself. If you guys watched that, I was in New York and Brian met me out there, like, a day before our IVF cycle. I did all of my shots by myself. I think I'm pretty awesome for that, just FYI. Like, I toot my own horn for that all the time. Well, not really, but to Brian I do. Anyway, so, but that's just my experience where I've seen videos. I was freaked out because I saw videos of people, like, sick on the floor from the IVF meds, like, throwing up, and I was just like, "Crap, that's gonna be my life. I'm gonna suck." Not like me, but, it's gonna suck. So, anyway, that was just my experience, and I'm grateful that I had a good one. I've been tested for MTHFR. Actually, someone asked me that on Instagram too. I don't have it. Brian's never been tested. But if we go to this new fertility doctor, he may be testing Brian for a whole lot more, like the DNA fragmentation, DNA karyotype, whatever else he thinks he needs to test for. So, and what faith are we? We are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. A nickname is Mormon, but let me just say, it's not like we pray to Mormon. It's not like we are like, that is our God. Our God is Jesus Christ. Well, our God is our Heavenly Father, and then Jesus Christ, his son. And so so yeah, that's a nickname, but no, we are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and Christ is the center of our religion. So yeah. Anyway, okay. What has felt most unfair about infertility? Someone asked me that. I think what feels the most unfair, and I'm just going to be very real. I'm super positive through this journey, but I've had my moments. I feel like it's that cycle wheel of the grieving process, where you go through anger, grief, anger. What are the other ones? I don't know the other ones off the top of my head. I feel like I've been going through that grieving process wheel for so long that I was in the anger stage for so long, and I felt jealous of people. And I would see, like, my sister-in-law have her 7th kid, or I'd see somebody that's like a drug addict getting pregnant, and then you know with 6 different dads or whatever, like 6 kids, 6 different dads. And I'm just like, why is that not me? Like, what is wrong with me? And I felt like for a long time, I made, not me, but it felt like I was being punished. So I feel like what's been unfair is just feeling like you're being punished, like everyone else is getting what you want. Going to church for me, in my case, where my church is super based on like family and motherhood and kids and like the family is a huge part of our church, and I feel like just such an outcast, like such an outsider, but that's not that's anyway. So that's been really unfair. And then, yeah, there's more, but we won't go into that right now. What's the difference between my two miscarriages? So the first miscarriage I had 2 years ago, yeah, not yesterday, last month. The last one was in December. The first one, it was a natural miscarriage, and it sucked. You guys, it sucked. I was upstairs. Oh my gosh, it was the most painful moment of my life. I was upstairs. I didn't take the meds because we were going to take the meds over Memorial Day weekend, to induce the miscarriage. And it started on its own. Like I was seriously sitting here right here on the couch. Brian's friend came to visit, and I was like, oh crap, something is happening. And I think I even recorded a vlog, and it's happening in the vlog too. Anyway, and it was so painful and traumatic, and I was up for hours screaming and crying and throwing up and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, and I bled for weeks, and my period came back actually like within a month exactly. And I feel like the first miscarriage, I don't know. It took me like a year and a half to be okay after our first miscarriage. So if you look through our videos or if you look through my Instagram feed and you see that I got really, really less active in my Instagram or on my YouTube channel, and it's because I was in so much pain internally, emotionally, spiritually, like everything wise. And I basically just hid in my house. And so I feel like the first one was super, super hard on me in every single way. The second one, the second one, it wasn't as hard physically because I had the DNC, like the night of, and I don't think it's been as hard emotionally as the first one. And maybe it's I don't know. I feel like I'm like in a state of shock in a way. Is that weird? I don't know. Maybe I'm like in a state of shock and numbness. And I just honestly, I remember Brian and I, when we were recording our video, we are like, yeah, this is going to work. The Lord wouldn't take this away from us. Like we've been through too much. And then what happens? Like we go in and we have a heartbeat, and then, so, yeah, the first miscarriage was really devastating for me though. The second one's been hard, but just not as, I think what helped me after the second miscarriage, the first one, I didn't get back to normal life at all. The second one, I got back the next day after my DNC. I was doing eyelash extensions. I was doing eyelash extensions on new people, like a 3-hour set, a 2-hour set, like all day. And yeah, I just got back to real life. So, and I was like working on new people, and they're like, you could have told me. And I'm like, nope, I need to get back to real life. So that's what I did. Anyway, yeah, freaking miscarriages suck. Oh my gosh. But I feel like when you don't, sometimes when you do get right back to real life, you know what I mean? And you just like, all right, you mask it, you brush it under the rug. Maybe that's not super healthy. And maybe that's what I've kind of done, I don't know. Maybe not. I need some therapy. And that's okay. I need some therapy. How do you feel about a second round of IVF? I feel like a second round would be awesome. I honestly regret going to the clinic that we went to every day. For our sake. The only reason I'm grateful that, hold on, let me remove somebody. The only reason that the only reason that I'm glad that we went to that clinic is because of the couple that won our giveaway that ended up getting pregnant and having a baby. And you guys, like, that is amazing. That is an amazing thing to be a part of, like that is amazing. So anyway, I think that if we went to another doctor that focused more on us, on our care, that didn't take as many people as possible and focused more on quality than quantity, and actually looked at your blood work, looked at your history, didn't forget your meds, yeah, there's so much more I want to say. But anyway, I think I'll be much better taken care of, and I think we will have a great outcome if we are able to do IVF again. So yeah. Oh, don't worry, Catherine. I just got rid of him. He's not going through infertility. He doesn't know. But thank you. He's out of here. Don't even worry. Don't even worry. Juan Roca, whatever. Have you ever considered embryo adoption? Oh, and here's Rory. So, sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddies. Are you okay? You okay? Are you sleepy, boy? Do you want to say hi? He's so cute. Okay, see ya. So I made a vlog. I don't know which one or else I would link it. I made a vlog sharing that that embryo adoption, foster, that kind of stuff is not for us. Surrogacy is not, those kinds of things we don't feel like is right for us. So the path that we have felt like was right for us and why we've gone down this path is because literally Brian and I seriously, we pray about it. We go to our temple, we pray about it in our home, and the choice that we make, it's not like we're getting somebody asked me this, are you getting like God talking to you? No, that doesn't happen to me. That would be crazy. I'd be like freaked out probably. I'd be like, oh no, maybe not, I don't know. But it's more like a feeling. So I feel like when I'm making the right choice, I feel super comforted and a ton of peace. Where like when we went with CNY, I felt so much anxiety. I felt sick about it, but we still did because we were like, oh, it's going to be cheaper. And in the long run, it didn't end up being cheaper for us. So anyway, there you go. But we have felt like the fertility treatment was the right path. We want to adopt someday. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm adopted. So my dad adopted me. My mom was pregnant with me. The guy that got her pregnant, he left. See ya. He wanted her to have an abortion, and she didn't want to. And his whole family. I don't know about his whole family, but I know a lot of people did. My dad met my mom, and he decided to adopt me, and my mom had me obviously because I'm here and I'm 32. And adoption will be part of our story. We just haven't felt like it's the right time, and I have felt like my heart is opening up to more not more ideas, but more to more options. So we've said that fostering is not for us, but who knows? Maybe it is. Brian and I have talked about it. Who knows? Maybe it is. Who knows? Maybe embryo adoption is for us. And right now we just feel like it's not. So it could change, right? People change. It could change. Who knows? So at this point, no. But I don't know. I don't know. Have I tried acupuncture? Oh my gosh, you guys. Yes, I have. And I have a video of me crying in the parking lot here in Missouri, and it's so ridiculous. And I'm just a mess. Yes, I've tried. Yes, I have tried acupuncture twice. The second time was great. The first time it was awful. So I wouldn't mind doing it again as long as it was like my second time. Okay, I'm pretty sure I just answered that question. Here's the thing. You guys, there's nothing wrong with me to where we won't have kids. You know what I mean? Or maybe there's something wrong compatibility wise. But don't give your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up on me now, okay? Don't let go of those hopes. It could still happen. Okay. Okay, so this is a question. I shared this on my vlog, on my Instagram today. How do you keep from being super bummed out when other people get pregnant? Okay, so this is my thing. This is what helps me because I know it sucks, okay? I know it hurts when you're getting on Instagram, you're getting on Facebook. First of all, stay away from social media on holidays, all right? Every holiday, get off social media. That is what I try to do, like stay away. Second of all, my friend, I shared a picture of her and her baby a couple months ago of like her ultrasound, and someone messaged me and said, how dare you share someone that's pregnant, that gets pregnant easily on your Instagram stories? And I was thinking to myself, little do you know, this is her IVF cycle baby. She's pregnant with twins. Her one twin passed away, and this is her surviving twin that was just barely delivered, actually, and just barely survived. And I think she's 24 weeks. 24 weeks. My biggest thing is that I try to remember every single day is you have no idea what it took for someone to get there. You don't know if they went through multiple miscarriages or a failed adoption or a failed IVF or whatever. You have no idea if they've been through infertility because maybe that person's not open about it. Or another thing is you really don't know. Like in my case, the biggest struggle I have is with my in-laws. Because if you guys, well, maybe you guys don't know, my in-laws, they're fertile myrtles, okay? It's like you look at someone, and I'm not joking you. My one sister-in-law has 7 kids. One has 7 kids. The other has 6. Like, and I'm over here like, this is my dog cute. You know, like that's how I am. So um I just try to remember that, and this is what Brian tried to tell me, is I have no idea what other trials they're going to go through or whatever they're going through right now. Like, I could look at the blessings that I have in my life right now. Like, what do I have? I have a roof over my head. I have food to eat. I'm safe. I have my health, right? Like, so many people don't have their health. I have my husband who is great. And for some reason, some people think he's a wife beater. He's never touched me. If anything, I'm the crazy one. So, you guys can tell from my wedding ring that's missing a diamond. Um, so yeah. I just try to remember. I have no idea what these people have gone through, and I honestly, I would never want my sister-in-laws, as hard as it is sometimes to see that they're all getting what I want, and I'm going to another family party or to a family reunion, and they're all pregnant and I'm not, or they're all having newborns and I don't. I just try to think about them and how much I love them, and I love their kids, and how I'd never want my life without them or their kids. And I really wouldn't want them to go through what I've been through, through the heartache, through the loneliness, through the depression, through the, the pain. And so anyway, that's what helps me. And it really has changed my mindset because it for a long time it was really hard. And I feel like I lost out on friendships because of it. So I just hope you guys don't do that, to yourself. Be better than I was. Be better than I am. Okay. Be better than me. Um, I'm just going to look through these real quick and see if I've answered them. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've just answered most of these. How do I stay sane? You guys, having a hobby of some sort. I feel like I don't always have a hobby because I feel like I'm really busy with either eyelashes, Instagram stuff, YouTube stuff, my dog. But having a hobby, having friends, having a support system, um, books, finding. I love to read. Or finding a show, something that helped me after our first miscarriage. I had Friends or The Office on all the time. It was in the background playing, so I didn't have to think. So it was always something funny. It wasn't, Parenthood. It wasn't This Is Us. It was something funny and uplifting to where I could kind of laugh and get through something. I've never used Clomid. A lot of people ask me that. I've used Letrozole 4 times. Letrozole is the same as Femera. It's the generic brand. I've never used Clomid. My doctors didn't want to for whatever reason. I have lost friends on this infertility journey. It is really hard. I feel like they don't know how to help me, and I don't know how to reach out to them. And I feel like they're forgetting me when really they don't know how to reach out to me. So I feel like it's not on purpose, probably. Thankfully, in my case, where I know a lot of people have lost relationships with family intentionally because people feel like they're hurting them. So it makes me really sad. Um, I've lost relationships with my sister recently, but it's not for this. And that makes me really sad. And she didn't even call me after my IVF cycle. She didn't call me after my miscarriage. I haven't talked to my sister since June of last year, other than her telling me she wants me to die. So, yeah, that's the only relationship I would like to rebuild. But at the same time, you got to keep only people that are in your life. You got to keep them. You don't want them to be toxic. You know what I mean? And so when I say that you guys are my support, like I'm not even joking you. I'm not even joking you. So I just want to say thank you. Seriously, thank you. I don't know what implantation feels like. I really don't. I couldn't tell you. I didn't know the 2 times I was pregnant, so I couldn't tell you. Every single time I thought I was pregnant, I wasn't. Oh, people are asking, why is my appointment not until September? My appointment's not until September because he's so sought after for my IVF consult or my infertility consultation with the new fertility doctor. He's super sought after. And so his appointments are like super far away. I mean, super far out. And so that's why. But I am on the cancellation list. So if somebody cancels, I'll get moved up. So hopefully that happens. Oh, and someone asks, because I love The Office, does Stanley Hudson have a mustache or not? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But Jim did not think he did. Right? Right. Okay, so I got the Instagram questions out of the way for the most part. Did I miss anything over here? What's going on with Brittany or Kristen? Kristen and Rosa, I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My advice for myself when I was going through my second miscarriage that I learned from my first one is let myself feel it, cry it out. I was sitting here in my living room, my first miscarriage, crying and praying and screaming in my prayer, just angry. And then I felt awful and I asked for, forgiveness. But I just feel what you need to feel. Give yourself time to grieve. Don't let somebody tell you that, oh, you lost your baby at 5 weeks, so your baby doesn't matter as much as mine. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not okay. My sister, before our falling out, she lost a baby, a full-term stillborn, and I called her, just a mess after our first miscarriage, and I told her what was going on, and I felt so stupid for calling her because both of our miscarriages were around 9 weeks, 8, 9 weeks, and I felt so stupid, I felt like I shouldn't be grieving my baby because it felt like people didn't care. They're like, oh, you were only that far along. Oh, okay. Well, how far along are you? That's what everyone's first question is, right? Because how far along you are depends on how much you can hurt, which I don't think that's okay. And so my sister said, it doesn't matter. You lost a baby and so did I. That was her response. And that was amazing. And I'm going to always cherish that response from her. So I just want you to know that your babies matter, whether it's 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 32 weeks, whatever. And I believe in my heart that we will see those babies again. I know it. I know it. And that's what helps me keep going. Ovarian drilling, I have no idea what that is. Brittany, I have no idea what that is. But maybe I should look into it. I don't know. You guys, I don't know all the things. How many kids would I like? Brian and I originally, when he first got married, we wanted 5 kids. We wanted 5 kids, but I'm gonna be 32. Nope, I'm 32 now. Don't look at my wrinkles. I'm gonna be 33 in October, and I don't know if I can have 5 kids from my hoo-ha, but I can always adopt. Hopefully that won't cost me thousands of dollars. Hopefully we've talked about maybe fostering. So, who knows what happens. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I would like 5. I would like a ton of kids. Okay, you guys, I want to have the school bus and be driving a bus full of kids. I just want to be a mom so bad. And I never wanted to be a full-time mom until I decided to quit grad school or to withdraw from grad school. I had this feeling that was not, are you okay? I had this feeling that was not for me. And that being a full-time mom and maybe a side job, a thing on the side of my own business is for me. And I felt really good about it. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. Oh, by the way, Rory is a Bichon Poodle. Just so you guys know, a lot of people ask about that all the time. The thing with Bichon Poodles, do your research. Super good dogs, super great dogs, super smart, but they're super needy, okay? I love it. This is all the time. Always touching me all the time, okay? And somebody told me that most of the times Bichons are in shelters because they're too needy. So look at your shelters for him. I wish we would have looked for a shelter, but I'm glad we have him. So anyway, the next dog we will go to a shelter. There are shelters that, well, you don't have to. Do what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I didn't know that they had shelters for specific breeds. So Brian has to have a hypoallergenic dog. So we will go to one of those or rescue from a puppy mill because they're so bad here in Kansas City. In Missouri. Is there anything? Okay. I'm gonna end in like 4 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna end in 4 minutes. Something that I think that used to help me a lot with my anxiety is, well, so if anybody's on letrozole, I was going to make a video about this and maybe post it next week or so, as long as our software is working. But the letrozole, the first 3 cycles I was on it 3 years ago, I felt like something was wrong with me. I didn't know that it gives you anxiety and it like makes you super, super emotional, like crazy emotional. And then this last cycle, I mean, I was super anxious so bad. I like couldn't function super well. And I think it was all the letrozole, you guys, all the letrozole. So if you're on letrozole, just know that these symptoms are not you. You know what I mean? Like, it's the drugs. It's going to go away. Like, give it time, but it's not you. You're not crazy. You may be acting crazy like I was, missing diamond, but it's not you. Okay, it's not you. But yes, meditation has helped. I want to get a second dog like right now, but it all depends on costs and whatnot. I was looking at some dogs that were saved from a puppy mill, Missouri Puppy Mill Awareness or something like that. And so I want to rescue one of them that looked just like Rory. It's a miniature poodle that was rescued like 3 months ago. So I really want it. It's so sweet. Um, the balance pills didn't stop my period. Mm-mm. I Nope, they didn't stop my period. But I've heard that it's done that for a lot of people, or it's made their ovulation day shorter or longer, like later or earlier. Oh, by the way, another thing that I did is I like Kristen's talking about, I stopped, or maybe that's not what you're talking about. I stopped using Facebook TTC groups. You guys, other than the group that I'm kind of a part of, that my friend and I kind of started, I stopped using Facebook TTC groups because I think they're super toxic. At least they've been for me. And a lot of people badmouth me. So I don't know. I mean, just because my experience is different from yours, you don't need to badmouth me. Anyway, people ask me about the ovulation kits I try. I mean, I got the cheapos from Amazon now that I know how to use them, but also the Clear Blue Advanced is what I've used. I use both of them, and I test 3 times a day. I test it right in the morning, first thing. I test around 2 p.m. and then I test at night because I don't want to miss it. And I got my peak fertility the second time I tested, so at like 2 p.m. last time. So I test 3 times, and when I test 3 times, I use the crappy sticks, and then if I see like it's changing, then I use the expensive ones. I know it sucks. I know. Um, anyway, I just want to thank you guys for being here. I'm sorry I couldn't get a vlog up. Our software is being a total joke. And thanks for finding this stream because I couldn't get the other one to work. I don't know what's going on. Have you done any IUIs? Yes, I've done 6 IUIs. They suck. A tip. Do you want to hear my tip? Watch The Office. Watch The Office on your phone, and it makes it so much better. It does not feel good. Imagine going in for your pap smear. You get your little stuff all, the speculum in you for 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and it sucks, right? Well, you watch The Office and make it fun. Did you do microblading? I don't have microblade. No, this is drawn on. Yeah, I can share with you guys my eyebrow routine. This one's darker than normal. I'm thinking about going to get my microblading certification, but you know how I've been telling you guys about my claws? They're still bad. So if I don't respond to DMs or if I just send you emojis, that's why. It's because of my claws, because I have to still be able to work. And I can't, even like typing or editing a video, I may need surgery, but I hope I don't. Oh, somebody asked me about inflammation. Okay, so I make celery juice. I don't make it every day, but I'm going to start making it every single morning. So I really like celery juice. If you want to look into anything that's anti-inflammatory, just Google it. I am not gluten-free yet. I was really trying to get into an endocrinologist, but the endocrinologist wasn't calling me back. So I'm going to look into maybe getting into another one. But I don't know if I should still get into an endocrinologist and see a fertility doctor and see a hormone doctor when hormone doctor's not covered. I don't know if this is covered, and this for sure isn't covered. So you know what I mean? Like, make it rain, make it rain. Who wants to give me the money? No, I'm just joking. That's a joke. I don't want any of your money. How do you keep your hair healthy? I don't blow dry my hair at all, ever. I put limited heat, so I do have to straighten and curl it. But if I straighten it one day and curl it, I'll keep it down one day and then I'll put it in ponytail the rest because that's what I have to do in the Midwest. So, but this is what it's going to be like this summer, I think. Anyway, I just want to say thanks, guys, for being here. I'm just really grateful. Lady, how do you? Steve, who is Steve? Steve Allen. Steve, you're weird. You can go away. Okay, Steve is gone. Thanks, guys. We just blocked Steve. Why do these weirdos join? Like, don't you have something better to do with your life? Okay, so I have to tell you something so gross. Do you want to hear the kind of messages I get since you guys are still here? Okay, so the kind of DMs I get. Chris, I'm not a doctor. Someone sent me a picture of their underwear and a color of something, and they asked me if that was normal. What do I say? No, I don't know. I'm not gonna look. Call your doctor. Don't ask me. You guys. Anyway, so there you go. I just thought I would end on that. No, I'm just joking. I'll answer one more question. One more question. Yeah, I know. So gross, right? I mean, I'm glad that people feel like they can reach out to me and that they're comfortable. But man, aren't there boundaries nowadays? Are there no boundaries? The prenatals I'm taking, I have linked in my Instagram. I don't know if you guys are there. They're not necessarily prenatal. Well, you don't want to take them when you are pregnant. So if you're in my Instagram, they are FH Pro for women right here. That's what I'm taking. So yeah, that's what I take. Anyway, is your husband a teacher by chance? No, my husband is not a teacher. He actually works in IT, computers. So if you guys want to bring him somewhere and you live in the South and you want to hire him, just joking. We might be in Kansas City for a little while. Can you give a shout out? I don't know how to say your name. What does Brian do for a living? Oh yeah, there you go. So he's in IT. His degree, he planned on going to like med school or dental school. Turns out that wasn't what he wanted to do, so he decided to stick with the whole IT stuff because he's good at it. He can build computers on his own. Yeah. There any news about a possible rainbow baby? Well, maybe for someone and not for me. There's no way I'm pregnant right now. There's no way. So, yeah, anyway, but I'm hoping, so what I shared, if you guys are just joining, I shared that I filled out my fertility doctor information. We're potentially seeing a doctor in September, hopefully maybe sooner if we need it. We're still going to be trying on our own, decreasing inflammation, doing what we need to do, even potentially doing the gluten-free without, the gluten-free pescatarian lifestyle without an endocrinologist because I can't get into one apparently. They're too sought after, the one I want to get into. And so I filled out paperwork to go to a fertility doctor out here in Kansas City, a new one, and I'm hoping to get up sooner. My appointment's in September, so we'll see. We may be doing IVF again. I don't know if we'll do another GoFundMe. I feel really bad that people donated and they did not get anything out of it. So I feel really bad. People keep asking me, but I don't know. I feel like guilty. I want to have whatever, a boy and a girl or a boy. I don't care as long as the baby is here and in my arms and healthy. And if it's not healthy, I will do whatever. And I hope it's healthy because I really just want the Lord to give me a break. I just want a break. So Brian and I have been married for 5 years. Devin, I'm so sorry about your miscarriage. Brian, Brian, I thought you were sleeping. Oh my gosh. Do you guys see that? Oh my gosh. If you could be an animal, what would you be? Oh my, Brian Barzy. You guys, what a dork. I don't know what I would be. I'm not. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Okay, guys, I don't want to keep you too long. It's been like 45 minutes. I hope that was enough. I hope I answered enough questions. I was really nervous, so I'm sorry if that was boring. But, oh, do I see myself having a boy or girl first? Okay. I see myself having a girl. I really want a boy. because I want to see my husband playing catch with my sons or daughter because I played softball. But I really want to see my husband with boys, you guys. Okay, Brian, come down here and come say hi to them. Do you guys want Brian to say hi? I mean, if you still... Okay, I'm so glad it wasn't boring. Brian, come say hi. He just yelled no. I haven't been on birth control since like the first month we've been married. So I think the first month we were married, we were on birth control. And then that was it. Then we're like, what are we doing? We're 28. You're going to be like 28 or something. And so we decided to get off it. Are you coming? No, you're not. You don't sleep naked. He doesn't sleep naked. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's coming, you guys. I'm sorry. He's going pee, I think. Oh my gosh. I don't think they can hear you. He says he's going number 3. Okay, okay, Brian will join for a minute. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is longer than I wanted it to be, but do you guys still have intimate time just because you need or want to? Okay, so honestly, when you're trying to conceive, it's all just for the baby, right? Like it's all just to let's get it done. I almost said let's get it in and get it done. Let's get it done. I know. Babe, I'm so inappropriate. I just spit everywhere. But no, when it's baby making time, it's just for the baby. We don't like.
Excuse me?
There's Daddy. Okay.
Hi there. Hello. Hello.
Hi, buddy.
Oh, why'd you turn it on my lower half?
Just so Rory so they could see Rory seeing you.
Oh, okay.
People want your.
Okay.
This happens every time.
Hi there. Okay. Good morning. Get this toy out of here.
Hey, Rory. Okay.
All right.
Someone asked a specific question for you. They want to know your real, raw feelings about infertility and miscarriage and what we're going through.
That's a little personal.
Babe, you guys, he's only gonna make it laugh. Okay, this shirt is from Mission Driven Goods. Mission Driven Goods. At Mission Driven Goods on Instagram.
They like my shirt.
Oh, BYU. That's not as cool. I didn't go to BYU. Okay, well, give him your take.
What was the question again?
Give him your real, like, raw emotions on infertility or our infertility and our miscarriages that we've been through. Or like this last pregnancy, not getting pregnant. And we were just, and trying to get pregnant after a miscarriage, and you're being told that it's going to be way easier after.
Yeah, that was a lie.
The 3 months after a miscarriage, it's like your window, and then we're like so hopeful, and then we tried letrozole, and that's not helping. And
no, it is what it is. I don't have feelings to elaborate because I'm a guy, and it's just like it is what it is, right? We're doing everything that we can to make it happen, so I can't be upset at it. Or it sucks, and it's exhausting, and it gets old to keep failing at something that's supposed to be like natural, something that's just you're not supposed to have to try hard, I guess, is how I see it, but we are, and we have been, and not fun.
Would you consider making a video with your full thoughts and feelings if you're not comfortable, like sharing? You would never cry on camera. Like would you share your real thoughts and feelings like you did the night that we found out we weren't pregnant recently?
I don't know, man.
Brian doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve like I do.
No.
I've seen you. I mean, he's a very sensitive, gentle man, and also very strong. But I don't think he's going to be as yeah. You're not going to be as open as I am.
Well, I'm certainly not going to be as emotionally available as you are to the world.
I don't know. Okay.
Right. I don't know.
Okay. Anything else you want to say, babe?
Well, I mean, what
You don't need to keep going on that.
Well, what gets me sad is sometimes like not being able to do things that I want to do with my son or daughter or whatever, and thinking that, man, it's been 5 years, we've been married almost, and I still don't have, we could have like a 3 or 4-year-old that would be in T-ball right now, that I could be smashing home run derbies with and playing Halo and, hitting the town with. What? You want to hit the town with your 3-year-old?
I do. I do. I just like it when you open up like that, honey.
Yeah.
I like it. Because I think husbands need to do that more. I don't think they do enough. And I don't try to pry with you at all. I let you tell me when you want to tell me, other than right now.
You put me on the spot here. She was pretending I was still sleeping.
I know. But I think it's good for other men to see that it's okay to share your feelings. And it's okay. And I think it's important for other women, especially, I mean, if you're a husband and wife or a man and woman couple, that you're gonna cope with it different than I cope with it.
Yes.
And I'm gonna feel it and want you to feel it the way I do, but it's just not what it's gonna happen. It's not how it's going to happen. I mean,
no.
I know we've been going through, and you say our miscarriage, our infertility. You never say, like, even though I've tried to say one time, my miscarriage, it's my miscarriage. And you're like, no, it's our miscarriage. My baby too.
Get it right.
Yeah, get it right. And so anyway, I just think it's important for us to, to remember that we go through it differently, and not to push the other person, not to get angry if you're not crying like I'm crying, or, but I think it was good for me, like after IVF cycle failing, I think that's when it really hit me or hit you, other than our miscarriage, of course. But I think that's when it really hit you that this was going to be hard. Even though I think our IVF cycle wasn't our fault. But who knows?
Yeah. Well, none of it's our fault. It's just what we're living with. It's
Yeah.
just the circumstance that we have, and we got to make the best of it.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, you guys. Oh my gosh. He always gets me crying. In a good way, not like in a awful way. You're a good husband, babe.
Well, I thought
Except, okay, someone asked me about our fights. And okay, the stupidest fights we have. Okay, I'm going to try to remember a stupid fight we've had. Should I say the bread story?
I don't know. They're all stupid.
Okay, so the 183 of you that are still here, when we were first married, we lived in Provo, Provo, Utah, and I got some bread for Christmas from my work, and Brian was playing video games one night, and you guys, I'm not a video game fan. I just am not, okay? I am not. No, I hate him.
Nerd.
He loves video games. And so, anyway, one night I just got so mad. This was 5 years ago. This was like 4.5 years ago. But I just got so mad, and I just like chucked no reason. I don't think I said anything to you, did I?
I don't know.
I just chucked the loaf, the good bread, like the cinnamon bread.
It was good bread.
The cinnamon cream cheese bread was it from Neater's?
It
was from
matter.
Neater's. And I just chucked it across the room, grabbed it, I chucked it again.
I kicked it. Abusing bread.
I stomped on it. Oh my gosh, I've never done anything like that since, other than throw my ring when I was on letrozole. Do you remember a stupid fight? It was probably over video games again.
Yeah, because I beat you in Halo.
I don't play Halo, you guys. I don't play Halo.
All right, you've gone on a little bit longer than you.
I know.
It's time for you to go to bed, and then I can do a live stream.
Are you gonna go by yourself?
No, just kidding. We're not doing that.
Okay, guys. Oh, last.
No, not last question. You've had 15 last questions.
Okay, they just want the ring story. One last one.
Oh my gosh.
Brian works in IT. In case you guys, Brian works in IT. So if you live in South Carolina and you want us there. Oh, just kidding. Anyway, so the ring story. So I'll show you my wedding. I'll show you guys my wedding ring. So I was sitting right there on their stairs. See our stairs? Okay. Brian was sitting in our kitchen. Okay. He was sitting in our kitchen on the table, and I just stood at the stairs and I just stared at him. Okay, the letrozole, I think it was round 2 or 3 of the letrozole, and it made me nuts. I just looked at him, and he was eating food at a spot, and I just chucked my ring. I don't know why. I wasn't even angry. This rage overcame me, and I just looked at him and I chucked it right at him. And I don't know what happened, but then I went to go look for it, and the diamond was gone. So, yeah, that's been the only time that's happened. Those 2 times, right? Sure. Anyway, there you go. John, I don't take any crack, so I don't even think you can take crack. Anyway, okay, guys, we will talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
We'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Shoot.